for a story. NRG Park, the venue that hosted the calamitous Astroworld festival has had an insurance policy totaling 26 million. Nowhere near what the injured and families of the dead will be seeking. According to reports obtained by the Certificate of Liability Insurance, a document that was filed by the city of Houston, proof of insurance is required for such events. The policy provides for 1 million in primary coverage with a 25 million umbrella, with 8 dead and more than 300 injured. Damages could go into the hundreds of millions of dollars. If the policy does not cover the judgment, then NRG would be responsible for anything above the policy limit. Please, can I go first?
Sure, of course.
All right, so remember when the story broke and I said, this guy probably didn't know a thing about it, but at speed, he first said he was inciting violence.
He always does.
The wild. Always calling.
Always.
Were you on the show?
I wasn't, but I know Travis.
Oh gosh.
Have you watched Look Mom I Can Fly?
Does not
Have you watched his documentary? He incites
if I get to beat my head that
at his concert.
Travis.
At his concert.
My cousin has been at his concert. She was running for her life. This guy, even on his Instagram posts, he'll be like, there's something he said. If you don't pass out, then you're not there. Or something like, you've not enjoyed the concert. Something like that. He was inciting it that if you don't pass out, then you're not enjoying the concert.
It likes some Michael Jackson vibe where people they
Michael Jackson, no, it doesn't even cite.
I know mean they inside. No, now people just faint from love.
You're
that's
missing
his
the
persona. I
This is
think
not
that's
the
his persona.
from love or whatever. The guy encourages it.
He likes
this
it.
particular concert. I was telling you, if I was if you wanted to eat my head off show, on air, inside air, after the air. This guy tweeted that we've sold out. But we're still trying to get the wild ones in. So basically you are saying that you want to, first of all, bring the thugs into an overcrowded, 100% capacity place. Let's not even talk about COVID, as to how like nobody operates on 100% capacity. Nobody. Sell out venues. I mean, what happened with the Burna Boy when they were like, why is this guy saying sold out when his concert is empty? And the organizer had to explain that nobody sells out a complete space anymore because of COVID. He could not fathom that understanding. Like, I was trying to tell you, Fed, that this guy is not 100%, obviously. He's not 100% responsible for each and everybody's death, because he's not like in the crowd and stuff. But he has a big part to play. I don't understand why you could not fathom that.
He posts some things on Instagram that clearly states that he likes when people are falling over, like when they are injured. Like, you're not enjoying his show if something is not happening. There's something he said. I don't want to miss.
Someone that said in the crowd after they stole his shoe.
There was something he said that
who this guy? F him up. It was like wait. It was even so weird that the crowd could not now like.
I'm just.
Why are we trying to like
nonsense?
Why are we trying to like victimize?
No, you can put your phone on the table. You're looking away. You can put it in check.
Okay, so he said there was one caption he did on his Instagram. She broke her hand and she doesn't give a. Or it's not a show until you've passed out on someone else. But he said it to quote and unquote. So I feel like he sees it as his persona to be reckless. I don't know, because when I was even watching his documentary, I could see people falling on each other. Crying is fine, but like
not be today, and that's something that I don't understand how the people who claim. If everyone told me that I'm the only person that's thinking that he's the one at fault, like it's a strange behavior. Something that is so old news that Travis, this guy encourages violence. To say the least, this then got out of hand. I'm pretty sure he did not mean for.
I like one thing that Burna Boy said.
Let me finish my comment. Sorry. I'm pretty sure he did not mean for anyone to die, or that the hate. 20-something people, one that has brain damage and the other one, all those other things. I'm pretty sure he did not mean that, but to outrightly say that he has no contribution to that is impossible.
But you know one thing I want to just pick up is from a Burna Boy line, and I'm sure you're a Burna Boy fan. If I enter fire now, she will not go follow. Now the thing is, this guy is inciting violence. So you people want to go out there and die? The fans
are going to blame the fans for loving him and loving his music and going out there. He's a celebrity. He should take charge of the capacity of people that should be in that venue.
NRG is responsible.
No, wait.
NRG is the event planner.
So he's not in charge.
The question you just asked
He's
now.
not.
Did the question? No. The question you asked now does not make any sense. Because did what's his name? Travis Scott say that, follow me, I want people to die today, and then they walked in there to die. Did anyone sign up for death?
If we are not passing out, if we are not, and this guy, like you guys said, has a track record, and people keep showing up.
Nobody has
because
died,
they want to pass out.
Nobody has
because
died.
they want to get injured.
See, if
because
I
they
would
want to
rather,
get
I don't
trampled upon.
understand. I don't understand this this rationale that you're trying to instigate, where you want to remove by all means accountability from this guy.
No, I don't hold him accountable.
Because now you're now saying,
because
what he said is okay.
No,
what he's saying is that now what you're saying is okay. It's the person that followed him that's wrong.
Even the event planners are the ones to take responsibility.
Not Travis.
Not Travis. It's right there in the news. Now let me tell you. Wait.
Have you ever been to an American concert, even in Nigeria, where there's an American headliner? Have you ever been to any of those concerts like that?
Yeah, I have.
Are you sure?
I've been to Rick Ross. I've been to Cardi B. I've been to which other one? I've been to so many. I've been to.
And did you see anybody?
Jaru.
Did you see anyone?
Yeah.
Did you see anyone pass out, get brain damage, get trampled upon till death?
Okay, the Rick Ross one. I'll tell you a funny story. My wallet got picked from my pocket. They stole from me.
If I just give an example of somebody who got brain damage is permanent. As in, like you be like this. As in, I'm saying that people are dying.
Same people that bounce.
This is not the same as the flimsy example you just gave. I'm talking about life or death.
All right, guys.
Have you seen anyone die?
Let's just no.
Have you
I
seen
haven't.
anyone die?
But we all know that the white people, the American people, are wild.
What's this guy saying?
Well, not the Nigerians.
What
Of
course, we love life. We love life. These people are ravers. Are you playing? They want to rave.
Have you been to any Naira Marley concert?
How many times have you heard on the news that people are dying? Why are you making this look like it's a normal thing?
But you know that it's because this is America and they have records.
If in America,
I've seen a Whiskey show. I was amazed in Lagos. I was amazed in Lagos. A woman was beaten. A woman was almost raped. Whiskey bouncer had to jump into the crowd to stop all of that. People fought. People stabbed each other.
I don't understand. What was raped on the concert ground?
Was almost raped.
On the concert ground.
You want to now, you see, again, if I say anything in this life, other than putting any blame on Travis. Let's enter your world. In America, that you claim that now all of a sudden Africans love their lives more than Americans. I don't know where you get that from. How many headlines have you seen of concerts where people are dying? Okay. Like this.
Zero.
This is the first one.
What about Naira Marley concert at one of the popular hotels and then they packed everybody, they broke things.
Keep to a trail of thoughts now because now this conversation is going to be messy. You just said that the Americans are ravers and that they like to do this and that they like violence, that they don't love their lives. Based on that opinion, how many times have you seen any ravers die?
Have you seen where they would tell a Nigerian that he get one free lion for the next street and he go carry him phone go find the lion? You don't go ever see him. Now, but if you go, wait, I'm going to why I'm telling you that Americans are ravers.
You need to stop saying
they
that.
are the ones that we say, lion did the next street too. They will not carry their phone
lived in America before?
number. Have I lived in America before? But about Nigeria world. See, my guy, what I'm trying to tell you.
They're not saying anything.
I feel like the problem even comes from the fact that they had 100% capacity.
Over
100% capacity. Now, if you look at Naira Marley's concerts, it wasn't as full as Travis Scott's concert.
Is the place even?
If Naira Marley's concert was as full as it, people would have died. Yeah. Do you see what happened that day? I went there now.
This place is crazy.
Yes.
And in fact, you keep missing the point of this
because you don't keep track record. People died at Naira Marley show. People got injured. Are you guys playing?
People did not die. Calm down.
See, you've been spitting things that are not facts. In fact, an outright lie. I can count how many lies you said on this particular topic. The Americans don't love their lives as much as Nigerians. That's a lie. That we rave to a point where we want to to die, that's a lie. The point isn't of, see, there's nothing even wrong with having a what's it called? Having a, what's it called? You know, these people that like, the mentality that when I go to this guy's place, I'll be crazy. That's not the problem here, do you know? Because most people are like that.
These guys are saying we should move on.
There's a mosh pit that we used to do, there's a mosh pit that we used to do, as in when there's a part, they'll put everybody in the front, and then you go rage, and the people will throw themselves into the mage and whatever. My point, what I'm trying to say is, it's okay for you to have a rage event. That's not what the problem here is. The problem here is that he went farther than that, made an irresponsible move by overpacking and understaffing securities. Did you hear about the security guy that came
said it was unprepared, that even took the update?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Anyways, we need to move on, so we'll be back to this story because I'm sure it's still developing, right? So we'll still be talking about it probably tomorrow, but let's move on to the next story. And this one is on Nollywood actress Ada Ameh, who has revealed that she became a mother at the age of 14. I became a mother at 14. I got pregnant that same year. As a matter of fact, I got pregnant in March, and I had my baby in December of the same year. That means I got pregnant when I was 13 plus, she said. She also recounted how her father sent her out of the house after she welcomed the child. And sometimes when we overshow love and pampering, sometimes we make mistakes. What does a 15-year-old child know? The most beautiful part was that on my 15th birthday, my baby was barely 5 months old, she added. All right, so she said a whole lot more. Now, the reason I'm talking about this story, right, is, you know, just an advice to a lot of parents. Nobody's above mistakes, right? We have very grown-up, matured looking 14-year-olds, and we have perverts on the streets. We have people who would take advantage of them, who would pry on them. We have people that will tell them sweet lies and they would believe because they're naive, yeah? And as a parent, I think what you should do is pull your child closer and let them know, which is why I'm saying that sex education is a very important subject matter in Nigeria. A lot of parents run away from it. They feel like it is until you are 18 or a certain age. I think the moment a child begins to get to the stage of puberty, where they're beginning to have their menstrual, what's it called now? Menstrual cycle, yeah? When they're beginning to have breasts and they're beginning to mature like women. Or even as men now, because we keep paying attention to the girl child, but we try to ignore. I think we should begin to have such conversations. Do you understand? Because, like I was telling you earlier this week, that there's no such thing as a bad friend anymore. Do you understand? The internet alone is better than all your friends. Because there's nothing you're looking for. If you search for anything on the internet now, it is there. Do you understand? There is absolutely nothing I'm looking for. So I think in 2021, I've seen a case of a woman who, okay, this one is still pertaining to them, Naira Marley. So you know Naira Marley lives in my estate, or used to. So there's this woman who owns like a store, and then some of Naira Marley's boys said she should bring some drinks, and this girl is just like 14 years old, right? That she bring some drinks to the house. Yeah, and then she went and she was gone for like 30 minutes. And the mother got worried, right? And then went there. And then when she saw me, she was like, can you just imagine? Look at this small girl. She was beating her daughter, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing I asked her is, have you spoken to her about those things? Because we see a lot of 14-year-olds that want to step out of line. Do you understand? So for a child to get pregnant at 14, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I think it is time for us to take sex education really seriously in this part of the world. That's
so you think sex education was the reason why she had a baby at 14?
No, I think...
I mean, lack thereof, rather, sorry.
Yeah.
It might not have been, though.
It might not have been. What if she was raped? And
it might even be that...
But she didn't say she would. I think she would have said it. Yeah, it could have been a boy. That's what I'm saying. That... Can we start having sex education?
You know, just because I have sex education doesn't mean I still don't want to now go and be
yes, now, but now you go and get protected.
With condoms and stuff, so at least you still have...
People know about that and still don't use condoms, so what are you saying?
Okay, so, okay, fair. I want to get your take. when you become a mother, yeah, and you have a 14-year-old daughter that comes home with pregnancy, would you chase her out of the house?
Why would I do that?
Would you nurture her?
First of all, I think it's very easy to say yes and no, and yes when I'm not a mother and I'm not in that situation, if you get what I mean. But knowing who I am, like, why would I chase my child for what? Because I think the reason why people chase their kids out is not because they're so upset, it's because they don't want to face the crowd. And I could give a two rats as what my neighbor thinks about anything. Even now, I don't even have that mentality anyway, so I don't think that would change when I'm a mother. I mean, I'm not disagreeing to what you're saying. I think sex education is absolutely important. And I mean real sex education, because in this side of the world, we don't talk about it, but they don't really go into details. I mean, my mom just said don't sit on anybody's leg, and
you get pregnant.
If they touch you funny. She did tell me to go and to tell her if anybody makes me uncomfortable, which I did. Like, I was like, I told you the story now. Some guy already took me to the back. He was about to start touching me. I was like, maybe like 6 or 7. He was about to start touching me, and my brother now came to the back and stuff, and he squeezed my arm that if I tell anybody, Mom now came and asked me, how's my day? I said, I have something to tell you. They said I should not tell anybody, but this guy did this. He took me to the back. I don't know why he was trying to do it. To be honest, I wasn't afraid of what he was doing. I was just intrigued. I was like, why is he trying to do that? So I was just asking my mom, like, why did Uncle, whoever want to remove my kidney, that... And I should not tell anybody. Why did I should not tell anybody? That's how the whole thing.
I think that's another angle.
So, you know, it also depends on the spirit that your child has and stuff like that. I've always been quite vocal about my opinions. I could care less who you are. I would tell you how I feel.
That's because your mom was close to you and she was.
Not really actually. But my mom is actually. My mom. I'm not okay. I've never been, because my mom is super quiet, very reserved. I mean, we did talk. She gave me the room to talk if I want. You can't really stop me, to be honest. So if I talk, you answer me and stuff like that. But my siblings are not like that or whatever. So again, but then it also depends on the kind of child that you have. If I feel like if my child is not as talkative as I am, then I have the due diligence to be asking her often, scanning her bodies, looking at her bag. Yes.
Scanning her body. What Will Smith did, like checking up vagina.
No, when she's a younger, older age, that's different, because I feel like now you have to consent to me.
At 14, would you be checking your daughter's vagina?
He's not yet. Not listen to the kind of checking I'm talking about. I'm not talking about virginity. I'm talking about assault.
Her body.
Has somebody been touching? Has someone hurt you? Like,
you have EKs and stuff. Anyways, let's go for a quick commercial break and tea time. We'll be right back.